Bonsai Dream.
So we just finished cleaning and protecting the dead wood, and we also clean nicely the live line. So this is the original front. We have basically three options. One is to keep the tree with the original front, but we have the problem of the horizontal line here, and this dead wood is sitting on top of the pot. We can inclinate a little bit more the tree down in cascade, so we're gonna bring the apex lower than this upper curve of the trunk. We have a nice dead wood here, and this gym is pretty nice, and create a nice semi-cascade. Or we can completely turn the front the other angle. We have some interesting dead wood. We see a little bit the live line, and we have probably a better ramification. I'm very debating myself between the two fronts, but I think I will go with still this original front with more inclination. I think the live line, even if it's all exposed, is more dynamic, and there is a good dynamism between this dead wood crossing behind the live line and going down in cascade. So the next step will be wiring completely the tree, and at the end setting nicely the pads and the volumes. So Samurai just finished wiring the tree. It was a very nice detailed wiring for refinement. So no thick wire, because we have already a good structure. If we need to move some pads, we're gonna use guy wire. Always starting inside, coming outside. Lot of nice fine wire all the way up to the top of the branches, especially here where we have some length. We want to create the lower branch. At the moment everything is at the same height, so we will start pushing down this branch with a guy wire, and then start setting the first pad. When we do a work like this, what we're looking forward is to create a nice pad, small because the tree is nice and compact, and create nice and clean lines. On the juniper, we lift up a little bit more the end, and we clean the underneath, just the way to show a little bit more the branches, the structure and the pad, so we give that feeling of maturity. So now Samurai will start from the lower pad, and we follow him all the way up to the top. Now that Samurai set the first branch, we have the first point of reference to create the rhythm in the frontal part of the tree. So now Samurai is bending back the second part of the first branch in order to create another pad a little bit higher than this one, because this is the directional pad, but we still want a pad in this position because we have a very beautiful focal point. So we don't want to move all the attention of the observer to the cascading part. We want to also create some interest and some rhythm between the pads around this area to create a visual connection from the drop of the live line, the drop of the chin, and the direction of the first branch. Now that Samurai set the frontal part, subdividing the pads, we need to start working on the back of the tree. So again, the first operation is to push down the structural branch and then also subdividing nice pads. Because this is a very compact, small tree, we need to be very careful on adjusting every single little pad perfectly to create a nice shape for the tree. We are working on the back of the tree, already forming some pads. We're gonna push down another part. The back of the tree is generally the most full area. We don't really need to create many spaces as we do for the front, but still, especially in the lower lines, that some of them are visible from the front, we need to have a certain level of accuracy. So the lines has to be nice and clean. And then we will form what we call the back, just creating a nice uniform green mass going up to the top. So at the moment Marcio Samurai is working on creating the lines, and then we're gonna move again the tree in the front and keep working on that area. Now we can go back to the front. We need to move that lateral branch to create a nice visual connection with the lower right branch. Always remember to clean the lines under. And then on that branch we can also reduce a little bit the length of the shoot because it's too long. Now that the back of the tree is done, we need to move this section to create the apex backwards towards the tree. Otherwise, this side is too much vertical. We need to highlight more this line. So we put a guide wire there, and I'm gonna push back the branch. And doing that, I compress the line of the apex, you see, towards the gin and the shari, and then we can create a better descending line. Here we are, a better descending line using this branch and compacting this section with some transition branch in the front. We have almost finished the work. We are just doing the final touches. We have a nice round apex connecting perfectly the movement of the live line with the movement of the green. We left, especially in the lower right part, a lot of lines of green that they can keep developing and create a little bit more length to the right to just increase this beautiful feeling of a cascade. The tree is nice and compact. I think with this angle we was able to highlight the beautiful deadwood, and the next step will be to just slip pot in the new container and do some more little final touches. And here we are with the final result after the quick repotting, just to change a little bit the angle and the pot. Obviously, as you can see, the visual and the connection between the pot and the tree are perfect now. We don't have anymore that big leap that contrasts with this cascading gin. The pot is a little bit more simple, a little bit more elegant and feminine. I'm very happy about the work of Samurai. He did a beautiful wiring and also a very nice setting of the pads. There are some area of the tree that has to fill in a little bit more, especially in the back, but we are very happy about the final result. I think we was able to really highlight all the beautiful character of this little tree. As you can see, I don't do always monster tree. I love these type of trees with a lot of character in a very compressed size. It's not easy when you want to refine and give all the detail the right amount of accuracy, but it's a beautiful challenge every time, and especially when I can work with very skilled students like Samurai from Brazil. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. See you at the next. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. and thank you so much for following my YouTube channel. I have a bonsai book, Bonsai Dream, where you can see beautiful transformation from the yamadori to the finished bonsai trees. If you want to buy it, please send me an email, and thank you again.
Bonsai Dream.